Hey.
We are live and in living color. Welcome to another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling, where we interview special guests each and every week from different walks of life in the reselling world. Here we'll discuss the highs and lows in reselling and dive into great conversation. We are positive that you're going to hear something that's going to help you become a better reseller. I am your host, Ray, and I am not joined by my co-host, like always, Dustin. He is MIA. He's usually late, which Dustin is usually late for a lot of things, but I digress. I'm here with my guests. I'd flip that. Nicole and Joe, Joe and Nicole and Joe, however you want to say it.
Right.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. How are you guys doing this fine Sunday evening?
Thank you for having us. We are doing wonderful today.
Yes, doing good.
We had a great weekend.
I feel like it's been a fantastic weekend as well.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited to have you guys on. Dustin is super excited too because we just love you guys. We love the vibe. We love you guys. We love the combo, the husband and wife combination. I don't know anybody in the state of Minnesota except for one person. So I'm curious to know what the Minnesota vibe is. The Twin City thing is a little confusing to me. You know, what is that? Minneapolis, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
With the two states. Is it two states?
Minneapolis and St. Paul?
Just two big cities next to each other. That's how Twin Cities.
And that's what they call the Twin Cities? Because
Yes.
like the twins are called the twins because of the Twin Cities.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. That's all. That always confused me. I'm like, why are they called the Twin Cities? It's just like one city. But,
there you're always competing. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, are they? Which one's better in your opinion?
Which do you think, Joseph?
I would probably think Minneapolis is better.
I'm a Minneapolis
It's got all
girl,
the sports
too.
teams there, and it just has the capital. Well, it has the Wild. So if you
It's
like
got
hockey,
the Wild. Yeah.
Wild? Okay. Hey, we like hockey down here too. Not a lot of people, we have the Nashville Predators. Shout out to the Predators. But Joe and Nicole, for someone that's been living under a rock, let us know, who is I'd Flip That? Give us the origin story. How'd you become these resellers extraordinaire, these amazing personalities, these comedians, on social media? Let us know how that all came about. How did you guys meet? How long have you been married? All that good stuff. We like to get into that stuff too.
Ooh,
so
that's good stuff. Okay, short version though.
I want the long version.
No, Joe tells the long version.
Joe tells the long version.
I think
I'm going to start. Nicole just.
Okay. Yeah.
So we were friends when we were little kids. My mom and her mom were best friends, and they would come over and hang out, and then her and her sister would come over and hang out with me and my two brothers, or we vice versa.
We were city girls, and they were farm boys, so we did not want anything.
I can see that. I can see that now. There's a vibe, yeah.
Then we also did go to the same high school.
Yes.
Cringe. But we did not know each other in high school really, or have anything to do with each other.
Nothing.
That's how my wife and I went to the same high school, and we didn't know each other existed until afterwards.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're not high school sweethearts or anything like that. And actually then we started working together at a pizza joint, and I was Joe's boss.
Oh,
and I hated him. I thought
Yeah.
He was very arrogant and not very nice. And I made him nice now. No.
Oh.
And I lost a bet and had to go out with him.
Yep.
And that was kind of the end of history, right?
Yeah.
Wait. Wow. There's a lot to unpack there.
I know, right?
There is a lot to unpack there.
It's not very interesting though.
No, it is very interesting. And Dustin is coming in with his camera from 1995 camera. Dustin, this is Joe and Nicole with I'd Flip That.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
So Dustin, they were just telling us how they met, how they became star-crust lovers.
Oh.
In the pizza place. Was this a chain?
Yeah.
Or was this like a local pizza place?
This is a chain. Joe has worked for this chain for 25 years.
Still?
Oh, 28.
Yeah, I'm still there.
I lied.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
He cannot leave.
Okay,
He just can't. It's his,
it's easy money.
It's his baby.
An easy job.
It's to a point. Yes, I can relate to that for sure.
Yeah.
So and Nicole, you don't do that anymore?
No, I have a full-time 9-to-5 job that I'm trying to ditch for reselling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe someday.
That would be a good goal. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, someday. So we'll put that out in the universe if that's what you want to do.
Yes.
We'll do that. So so we have Nicole's over here screaming mandatory orders at Joe.
Yeah.
Nicole thinks he's a big overrated guy. Thinks his crap don't stink.
Right?
You know, and then she loses a bet with a friend to go out with Joe.
With Joe, actually, I lost the bet to Joe because Joe was like, she is the life of the party. She is
the life of the party.
She knows how to handle these people at work. Is that what you liked about me?
Yeah, Joe. What did you like?
Yeah, you were the life of the party.
Okay, it was more the party.
Life of the party, but it's her boss. You're over here,
right.
Meddling with the HR is going to have a field day with that.
It's a pizza joint. Let's be honest.
Right.
Yeah. So I lost the bet and had to go out with him, and
because I was too scared to ask her out.
Yeah,
back then I was quiet and shy, and even like high school and stuff. That's why we never talked and stuff like that. But
that's not why we never talked.
Did you happen to have your eyes on Nicole in high school? Was she like her flinging her hair down the hallway?
Right?
Yes.
No.
No.
Well, you were quite a bit. Joe's quite a bit older than I am.
Okay.
Quite a bit. 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
That's quite a bit.
Well, I'm just saying.
But you didn't get all gaga over her until working together.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
And so you win the bet, you take Nicole out. Where are we going?
It was kind of a rigged bet, so she wasn't going to win anyways.
Did you know about this, Nicole? Did you know about this rigged bet?
No. I didn't know it was really rigged. I don't know. Maybe subconsciously I really wanted to go out with you.
There you go. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Anyhow.
Comes out.
So where did we go? Where did we go?
Oh, I think I remember. It wasn't even a real date. I went to his baseball game, softball game, and then we were going to go out with all of the team afterwards.
Yeah, because like a lot of the guys that run at the pizza place play softball, so the ladies were there too and stuff. But,
I believe I had to have a few beverages, and then that's why it's all history now, right?
So you just saw Joe in his high socks and his tight white pants, and you were like, "That's the guy."
Right.
That's
That's the guy.
Were they pinstripe?
Were they pinstriped?
Definitely.
They were.
Really accentuate the curves there, Joe. Huh?
No, baseball butts drive me nuts.
There you go. So you guys meet, you went on a date, and then you guys just started hanging out, getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And where did that romance
that was a good thing.
flourish?
We were together at work all the time too, so we could talk more and stuff. So
we were babies. I say it's a miracle that we are still together because we got married when we were 21.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were just barely 21.
Yeah, we were just babies. I think I wanted the ring and the dress and the party, and Joe just wanted the life of the party, which he got. So it worked out.
Right.
So we've been married for how long now?
How long, Nicole?
I don't know, like 26 years. 27, 25. We're in the 20s.
We're in the 20s, yeah. 26.
You stop counting,
It's
right?
26.
After that.
It'll be
26. 26 years married. You guys don't look, I'm going to say right now.
I secretly just revealed my age, didn't I?
Kind of.
Not necessarily.
I'm such a rookie.
Well, yeah, you
guys don't know
you did. You did.
We don't know math.
You did. No, we don't math on this show.
Right.
But that's amazing. So you guys are together for how many years? Whatever you guys said. And then when does the reselling come into play? Joe's working at the pizza place. Nicole was working there, then started another job. Like, when did this reselling idea come about? Joe, Nicole, is this something that you guys were always doing? Like when you were younger, like trying to hustle, make a little extra cash on the side. And then it grew into, hey, I can sell stuff on the internet. Like, where did that come about?
So in like around 2000, I convinced Nicole to start a paintball company. So I owned and operated a paintball company for 5 years.
It was fun.
It was, yeah. It was
really?
Yeah.
Yes. So I would bring bachelor parties in, and I'd ref games and make sure everybody was safe and all this stuff. But to buy paintballs at a good price, I would buy a huge pallet, and they're only good for so long. So I started posting them on eBay to sell off, so I could have fresh ones, in like 3 months, 2 months later, and get a whole nother pallet. So that was the start of selling on eBay.
Because of the paintball company.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
And we just kind of moved on from paintball.
Yep.
And we had our daughter and did life.
Yep. And once in a while, I'd sell some stuff on eBay that we would maybe have around the house or whatever.
And then what happened, Joe?
So then I was a stay-at-home dad, and my daughter and I would go hit garage sales every day. And I'd be like, oh, this thing might be worth something. And that was before cell phones. So then, I would take a chance and buy something, or do it once in a while. Mostly it was like buy toys for the basement to play with my daughter and stuff like that. But, sold a few things and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, this might kind of work. And then kind of just fizzled out and didn't do anything, and sold a few things once in a while. And then all of a sudden, I think, 3 years ago, I was at a Goodwill and I saw this wood burning kit sitting on this top shelf, all perfect packaged. And they wanted $8. I'm like, this has got to be worth more than that. Looked it up on eBay, and I'm like, yeah, these things sell for like $175. And bought it, listed it, told Nicole, and she's like, we're not going to do that. This is stupid. Why would, we're not going to buy these things. And then what if nobody buys it? And I think at the end of the day, it probably sold for the $175. And she's like, really?
There's something there.
So then I started YouTubing, going, okay, what? I'm sure there's people that has to talk about this back then. Of course there was,
And the long story short, probably for a full year, Joe would bring things home and I would say, oh, you're crazy, and he would have to make me eat my words every time. Every time, the weirdest stuff he would bring home, not just like shoes or clothes. It was like, hip replacement screws. Oh yeah, these are going to sell, Nicole. And they would. And then I started like really seeing the income coming in, and I'm like, oh, all right, I like this. I can get behind this. And he's like, oh, we need a YouTube. And I'm going, what are you don't know what YouTube is, Joe. That's not what YouTube is.
But I watch so many resellers. I'm like, okay, this is possible to do. Mm-hmm.
So I was really wrong, obviously. I can say that. I was really wrong, Joe.
Wow.
It only took how long?
Right.
And Joe's like, yeah, there's this whole world out there, this community. And I'm just like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? My husband is crazy.
Right. And I'm like, no. And then I started thinking, okay, so I kind of looked, and then I thought, well, if he's going to do this and like become some like, bigwig, I need to get in on this. And then I went, well, Joe, you do the work and I'll do the fun, and we'll mix it together. And it's been great, really, for us. We've always worked opposite shifts and everything. And so it's really become our fun time for our entertainment to go out and hang out together. And I mean, I still question a lot of things.
Right. And usually when she does, it usually sells that night. So I'm always like, or like she'll be like, nothing sold today. And then I'll sell 5 things that night. I'm like, just keep talking that you hate it and it doesn't work and stuff.
Yeah. That's the more fuel. That's so cool. So Nicole, are you still like, do you go out with Joe, like looking for stuff? Or are you still like a little reluctant, or are you starting to learn like what sells, things like that? Like, when did that transition from, what is Joe doing? This is crazy, selling all this hip replacement screws on the internet.
Right.
So like, hey Joe, let's go to Goodwill and let's look for some cool stuff. Like, when did that change?
What do you think? Maybe like probably about a year and a half maybe ago, I would say. Yeah. I really started having fun with it. I mean, I've always been like a collector, and my sister and I had a booth in an occasional shop where we would actually, technically resell and flip things. We just kind of played store. We like to repurpose items. And so we did that. So, I mean, it's been in my blood too. It just looked a lot different than how Joe does it. And so so I definitely got the fever, and I started buying more things for Joe. We started realizing, man, Joe is selling a lot more than we are and way faster. And we're barely making our rent here at the shop. And I started finding myself, when my sister and I would go out picking for things for our shop, everything just started being like, well, we should just have Joe sell that. We should just have Joe sell that. And so then that kind of fizzled out, and we moved on to some other things. And that's ever since then. I love going out and sourcing and finding things.
Right.
But I haven't watched nearly as much people, and I don't have the knowledge as much, obviously. But I'm learning.
It comes with experience. Even if you can't, like, people will say something and you can't take it as gospel, because there's certain things, like this buddy, for example, that sells for $400 on eBay, but he doesn't have his hat, so he's a little less, so it's like there's little things that there's little quirks and stuff that you just got to try everything out for yourself. You can't, there's people still that are like, buy VCRs, you're going to make $200, like every time. But it's not like, if you're out there buying like Emerson VCRs, you're not going to make $200. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It has been such a learning curve for us. Just, as when you look back and you're just looking at what did we used to pick up versus what we pick up now. And I mean, we still take a lot of risks on things just because you just never know. And man, there's always someone that wants something, but we've learned so much along the way, just as far as, having way too much inventory and focusing on sell-through rates and things like that. Not always just buying what we think is cool. I mean, I love to buy things that are nostalgic, of course, and bring back memories. And I'm a sucker for that every time.
Mm-hmm.
But we've learned to kind of put some boundaries on things a little bit.
Yeah. That's hard to do.
I know.
That's hard to do.
Sure.
So we're sitting here. Nicole's on board with Joe, and then Joe wants to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like, where did that come from, Joe? You said you saw some resellers. You wanted to be a part of the community. Like, where?
And I thought it would be fun to, record when you go to the garage sales and stuff like that, and then talk about what you find or what it sells for and stuff. But then you don't realize, there's a lot of editing work afterwards and stuff that, and looking back, our first 40 videos, I don't think we did any live footage, because Nicole's like, nobody wants to watch that. And I'm like, well, they kind of do, because that's what I watch. But
that's awesome. And then you're here now. You came up with an amazing idea that we'll put a deep dive into that, which this is someone that's this is new territory, new presidents here, Joe and Nicole, with the Reseller Showdown game show.
Right.
Which is amazing. If you guys haven't seen that.
Thank you.
2 resellers battling it out with
so
the
fun.
reselling knowledge. It's so much fun. Like, where did that idea come from? Nicole?
Well, I will tell you, I feel bad because I want to say, we just did it for the community and all that. And we did, but really, we had just finally hit our 1,000 subscribers not too long ago. And so we're like, yes, we're getting close to being monetized. And then I'm like, what's the other thing we have to do, Joe? And he's like, we need
4,000 hours. And she's like, how many do we have? And I'm like,
5. Is it 4? It's 4. Yes. 4,000.
Yeah. And I'm like, we have maybe 400 because we've never had a video go, even 1,000
viral.
It just is like,
okay,
we need to do something different.
And when we first started getting into YouTube, I'm just like, I wouldn't even be in the videos and all this. And so it's taken us a while to kind of figure things out. And we still haven't, because Joe's like, well, this is what everyone's doing. And I'm just like, I don't want to do what everyone's doing. We have this, like, I have to be really true to myself. But he's also like, but you don't watch, so you don't really know what they want. And, And so we've kind of always had this push-pull thing where we're trying to still figure things out and keep it fun. Because some of it, I'm like, we make a video and I'm like, that was boring. I can't even watch it myself, And so, so long story short, we get there, we get to our 1,000 because we fell in love with the reseller community. I have to say, we went out to the Boss Reseller Remix just on a whim Mikey Bigs of Money, we
Called
didn't
us
know
out.
him, and he's
Right.
like, hey, you guys should come. And Joe's like, hey, we should go. Let's buy tickets. And we went, and it was amazing. And I was just so taken back by all the entrepreneurs. And then it really got me thinking like, oh, this is a business. It was more just fun and carefree before. But well, so then I'm thinking, how are we going to get these hours? I'm like, how do people do this? And I knew some people did like auctions on YouTube and
like Angie does.
live, which is great. But man, you have to be the right person, and
it's a lot of work.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
And you have to have your following, and they do, because people just love them.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Tiffany from Thrift in Vegas, it's like she can do these hour-long videos and people just love it. And so we were trying to kind of figure out, what are we going to do? And then I'm like, hey, we need to live stream. And I just thought, let's do a game show. We're gamers. We've always been board games, video games. It's part of our family
dynamic
life constantly. Yeah.
That's us too. Yeah. Dustin and I and our wives, like, that's what we do for fun.
Right. That's it.
We were even talking about earlier, Dustin's birthday's coming up, and we're a big Settlers of Catan fans.
Oh,
we haven't played in a long time. And my wife, I guess was talking to your wife, Dustin, my sister.
I guess so. I don't know.
It's like, we're going to have a Settlers of Catan birthday party. We're going to have wheat, fresh made bread, and logs, and all this stuff. And I'm like, really? Y'all doing all that?
I'm like, who's making the bread?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know who's making the bread. So, but we can relate for with
we
that.
Love that theme party. We love it, and so we just are like, this might really work. And as we started thinking about it more and more, I'm just like, I'm like, we need a background. We need something though. And I knew that you could like do electronic, like some of the teachers and stuff do, but I'm not tech savvy. We aren't at all. Obviously, It's very obvious. And then I kind of thought, you know what? Who cares? Let's just make it rinky dink. It's just not what it's about. That's what I love about the resale community. It's like people really just want to have fun. They aren't judgy. They're not like, oh my gosh, they just made a cardboard Jeopardy. Well, I mean, maybe some people are, but they're not to our faces.
Not the fun ones, at
least.
Just,
I just love that. I just think it's great. And so I wasn't that intimidated to just make a cardboard Jeopardy game or whatever. And I'm like, we need a cool background though. And so of course we go to eBay, and sure enough, there's this Price is Right. It's canvas background. And so, I mean, of course we could do the green screen and all of that, but I need dress options. I can't not wear green or blue or whatever.
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, so we just kind of threw it together, and I think we surprised ourselves. I think that it even turned out as great as it did for not knowing at all what we were doing. Right. As far as even, that was the first time we have live streamed, wasn't it? No, second time. We did a little one exposing your room of doom.
My room of doom.
And so we were kind of proud of ourselves. But now we know we have to kind of step it up and clean some things up a little bit.
Right.
We have goals.
It's awesome, and it's only going to get better. So if you guys have not watched the Reseller Showdown game show, do yourself a favor, and go over to I'd Flip That, Joe and Nicole's YouTube channel. And are you guys currently, how close are you to the 4,000 watch hours?
With our 4 episodes that we've done so far, we're at 1,400. So we still
need a little bit to go.
But the fact that only 4 episodes have gained 1,000 hours, which we've never hit that number before, that we're on the right path.
Yeah. So, and we're not that worried about it or a big race. It was just kind of like, wow, what are we going to do? Because I mean, we do it. We're really just doing this for us. It's our entertainment too.
It's something fun to do. Yes, for sure. Right. Yeah. But if you guys, when you go to bed, put on their playlists and just, let it roll. Let it roll through. Let's get those watch hours going. So
I just have a fun time anytime I can have Joe dress up in something and embarrass him. It's becoming my new thing. I think it's going to be, we were at the bins this weekend and I'm like, I think this is going to be a new thing where I just find random things at the bins and make Joe put them on. And it's so entertaining.
So do you, all the little costumes and stuff, Joe, are from the bins?
Or Goodwill.
Goodwill,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them it was
Okay.
stuff your daughter had too that we stole.
Yeah, right.
And not the wigs. The wigs we did not get at the bins. Let me just clarify
funny.
that.
Right.
That might have been
Yeah.
a little.
So that's awesome. Like I said, the game show is amazing. Go over and make sure you guys watch that. It's not every Thursday. It's
Every other.
It's every other. Now.
every other Thursday as of
Yeah.
right now. So I haven't watched the last one, so I need to go back and watch it.
Oh,
So,
fun, yes.
Yeah, it's a
It
good
was
But-
good.
Let's say hi to some people in the chat. And I know I'm not
Yeah.
ignoring you guys. So it's just we're having fun, good conversation, and I don't want to
Absolutely.
mess it up here. So let's say hi to some people in the chat. And thank you everyone for joining us this Sunday evening. And we have Melanie
Melody.
Sposio. I hope I'm saying that correctly. She's got the little wave hand emoji. So thank you so much. We have our boy Christopher Nutter is in the building. Good to see you. And we have Jill. How's it going, Jill? Good to see you. Jill, fun fact, Dustin, Jill knows where Gallatin, Tennessee is.
Hey, not a lot of people do.
I know. We're close to there, so she knows exactly like our neck of the woods here.
Nice.
So we have Coco and Chewy. How's it going, guys? Good to see you. And we have That's Unique Tennessee. Good to see you. We have Simply Shenanigans, Pickin' and Jeepin'. Good to see you. And we have, let's see if I miss anybody. Fireball Flippers, Amanda. Good to see you. We have Alan jumped in as well. There he is. And we have Carter is in here. Good to see you.
Hi,
He says
Carter.
hello. And they're all saying that the show is completely fun to watch, and the reseller community is one of the best ones. So
Definitely.
really cool. If you guys have any questions for Joe and Nicole, make sure you put them down in the chat, and we'll
Sure.
do our best to answer those. So it's your lose if you are not Yes, you lose if you're not watching the game
Oh,
show.
thank you.
For sure. The fun thing about the game show, and this is what I like about our show too, is it's live.
Right.
It's not like, anything that if Dustin were to, do something crazy, it's live. Someone
Yep.
says something crazy, it's live. This is the only live reselling podcast on YouTube,
Yep.
so just throwing it out there. So it's one of the only live reselling podcasts. So it's really, so that's what we like about your show. It's live. All
Right.
the answers, the people are interacting in the chat. They're throwing
Yeah.
their answers back and forth. It's super fun. It's super fun. It's like you're part of it. Not only
Right.
are you watching, but you're part of the show. So it's kind of like professional wrestling. You're part of the show.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yes.
so I always got to put in my professional wrestling love in there in anything that we do. So
Nice.
Joe, Nicole, let's get into a first segment of the show. You know how the show works. First segment of the show, overrated, underrated, where we ask you 10 different subjects, 5 being reselling related and 5 not being really reselling related. And you let us know in your opinion if they're overrated or underrated. All right.
Sounds
So
good.
before we get into that, we do want to give a shout out to our sponsor of the podcast, and that's our friends over at Reselling, My Reseller Genie, the best accounting and analytics solution for all resellers. Everyone needs to go ahead and take a deep breath and blow out the air, because tax season is over unless you file an extension. So the majority of you already know how much money you're paying into the system, because we're making just so much money, aren't we, Joe?
Right.
So,
Right.
but if you're terrible at keeping any kind of records, or you're paying too much money to the man, My Reseller Genie is going to help you out, with all that stuff, your records, your things that you can deduct, things like that. So if you're interested in trying out My Reseller Genie, use the code Nashville Flippers with all caps, and you're going to receive 15% off your first month. So if you haven't tried it, do yourself a favor. I keep saying favor and start it. From a person like myself that works in the accounting world every day from 9 to 5, Reselling Genie is top notch. So don't sleep. And we're actually going to have Paul and Faith, the makers of Reselling Genie, on in 2 weeks. So
Cool.
get your questions, start writing all your questions, and they're going to try to answer those to the best of their ability. So super cool. But Joe, Nicole, are you ready to play? I don't have any kind of intro music like you do for this. So
Let that speaker watch.
oh yeah. I didn't put it on, Dustin. I didn't hook it up. So, overrated, underrated. Number 1, Mercari.
Joe
just turned. Or Nicole just turned to Joe like, "What is? What is?"
Like, no, I don't. I just know he probably has an opinion.
I think it's overrated. I just sell on eBay, and I did list perfectly like last year to throw some stuff on Mercari, and I made one sale, and the same stuff is still sitting there, and nothing's happening. And I mean, I know people do well,
yeah,
but I just
maybe your randomness of what you pick to sell isn't particular for Mercari.
That could be it.
Maybe.
Right.
Might be.
We've never listed anything on Mercari, but just from a person that's bought maybe a couple things on there, it's just confusing. Like, I don't know what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like things are listed that have been sold. I'm like, why is that even up there?
Right. They show stuff that's been sold. I'm like, I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that. Like, take it off.
I want to see the ones that I can buy.
Yeah.
And not be sad that I missed out on that
right,
one.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Number 2, Dustin, can you read that? Number 2? Did I send
pork rinds.
Okay. Say it again.
Overrated,
Dustin.
underrated, pork rinds.
Pork rinds?
Pork rinds. Oh, what do you think?
Underrated. No.
Overrated.
Overrated. Yes.
Yeah.
Is the farm boy not into pork rinds?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, not our thing, really,
Nope.
is it?
No?
Nope.
Just the ones in the bag. You ever had any ones, like fresh ones, where they're like this big?
Oh
Like,
my gosh, no.
Fresh off the...
I didn't even know they exist.
Oh, yeah, man.
Really?
You get them in a lot of markets. Yeah, they're just like
Okay.
a big old pork rind that's like this big.
Wow.
You know, you just
Bet you it's
karate
solid.
chop it. Wha-pa!
You're
You know?
lying.
I'm not lying.
I don't know.
No, I'm not lying.
Okay.
You can get them in a lot of Mexican markets.
Oh, okay.
Ray's
I gotta
pulling
pull
up
it.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. I mean, Dustin's had some, right, Dustin?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then depending, like, you can get like really long ones or really like thin ones, or yeah.
Oh, I did not know any of that existed.
Yeah, and they're different kinds, you know, just like not the ones in the bag. But so here's some ones, you know, like longer ones.
Okay.
And here's some like lighter, like these are probably like the ones you guys see. Like here's some long, like big ones.
Oh, yeah. I've
Right?
never seen anything like
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
And see that right there?
Wow.
So you can like even, yeah. And look at
That
that.
is not a Minnesota thing, is it?
No.
No.
Look at this girl right here.
Oh my
What?
god.
Pork
Yeah, so
rind
you like
pizza?
you can
Oh,
do
yeah.
stuff like that, like put all the meats and stuff and like use it as a
Dang, nacho.
thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Like,
Yeah, look at this. Giant
my
pork rind ASMR.
Okay, people in the chat, are you guys? Have you seen these and tried these? We need to know. We
Yeah.
can't be the only one, right, Joe?
Pork, it's a thing. Pork rind. See, and these are like thicker ones that have more like meat.
Oh, yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. And so a lot like myself, what you do is you make like a, my mouth is like watering right now. So you make like a salsa, but like more like a green tomato base or something like that. And you like put it on a tortilla and you just make a little taco and put the sauce on it and you just eat them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Delicious. So
Yeah, we're gonna have to find some now and try them.
yeah. Go to the Mexican hood and they'll have them in their little mercados. So
Oh, cool.
just go there. So all right. So I lost my train of thought.
Number
So
3.
is this a good choice? Is this a good channel? It is a very good channel, Side Hustle Preacher. Thank you so much for coming on. Shout out to Side Hustle
But I
Preacher.
hope it's a good channel.
So yeah, I hope. Yeah, I hope we aim to please. So see, LOL, same Ray. I love these. Yeah,
Nice,
chicharrones,
nice.
chicharrón con salsa verde. There you go.
Yeah.
We need to catch up here.
Right.
Yeah, it's okay. What is like one of your favorite when Joe and Nicole go on date night and they're like, yeah, let's go out and eat our favorite food. What is your favorite food?
Oof. What is it, Joe?
Well, I don't. So I went to chef school, so I can make a lot of good stuff. So it's just kind of when I go to a restaurant and find
So I just
something
find yummy things and I'll say, "Here, can you
Yes.
make this?"
and then
Oh.
a
But
day or the next day I'm making it. So
Probably if we go out, we just go for like nacho. We're bar food people.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
nothing too fancy.
A good IPA and
burger.
some chicken wings, and you're good to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're
like that.
easily pleased.
Right.
I like it. So, okay, Joe, you went to culinary school, I suppose.
Yes.
What is your favorite thing to make?
Wow. I have a lot of good things I like to make. I make a really good lasagna. I smoke really good ribs.
I was gonna say
The ribs are really,
he's well known around here for his amazing ribs that he makes.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
people are like, if you make any, think about throwing a few over my direction or whatever and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Nicole, what is
I don't go in the
your
kitchen.
favorite thing that Joe likes to make?
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
What's your favorite thing that you like Joe to make for you?
Oh, I think that's a good question. I would probably say lasagna. I'm a pasta
Lasagna?
girl. Yeah.
Ooh,
Pasta.
oh, man. I like a good lasagna. Okay, so
Mhm.
fun fact about me,
Okay, go.
I hate spaghetti.
What?
Wow.
The reason why is I just feel like it just tastes the same. It's just like noodles and sauce, you know? And then growing up, my Mexican mother really didn't know how to make spaghetti, you know? So it's like, it was just like something that I just didn't really like. So for someone that like doesn't necessarily like spaghetti, what can I do to make it like good? Dustin,
mean,
you like spaghetti?
Yeah,
Oh, well-
Dustin, are you a pasta guy?
Yeah. Give me pasta, Alfredo, chicken Alfredo, chicken parm.
See, I like that.
meatballs.
I like that, but just
Give me all that.
spaghetti, like the noodles and the red sauce, like it's just
See, I can't really eat it. I gotta have something. I gotta have meatballs in it. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like
Right,
that.
exactly.
You know,
I was gonna
Meatballs
say,
and,
I
like
feel-
a lot of cheese or a
Yep.
little bit of cream in the sauce to make it like a bolognese kind of or something you could do.
Yeah, we
but-
don't do a lot of just plain old spaghetti.
spaghetti. Yeah.
We do a lot of tortellini. I like tortellini.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, pasta.
Yeah. Oh, I need to eat more. There is a restaurant here in Nashville called Coco's Market, and half of it's a market where you can buy like pastas and gelato and stuff like
Oh,
that. And
sure.
the rest of it is an Italian restaurant, and it's not fancy at all, and
Okay.
it's so good. It's
Oh,
just so
right.
good. It's
Yeah.
my favorite Italian place, and I don't even know what I get. I always tell them what should
Pick it
I
out,
get.
right?
They're like, you need to eat this, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
So back on track. Let's see here. Let's see.
Okay.
Jill saying we saw them in Mexico. I can't remember if Ken got one or not. I'll be surprised if he didn't. So okay. Roman is in the building. Good to see you, Roman. Glad you can stop by. So that's interesting. That's an interesting fireplace. So is that a legit fireplace behind you?
It is. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it's an electric fireplace.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
But
yes.
like you keep all the Star Wars collectibles on your mantle at all times. You wake up in the morning and Nicole goes through the living room and sees Joe's toys.
We recently turned our whole basement into what we call our basement bedroom.
Uh-huh.
This might be a little too much information or boring.
I mean-
but anyhow, it's a great idea in theory. I'm telling you, it's a thing. People do this. My sister did it, and now we have done it, and I love it because we had a basement that we just didn't use that often. We had a game room for a while and
Yep.
all of that. But having your whole basement as your bedroom, it's like a giant suite, and
That's awesome.
it's great. And so we've got our new little offices upstairs and whatever you need up there. And nobody comes down here but us. So if you have company, you don't have to worry about shutting the door and all that.
Mm.
And so we finally gave Joe his dream come true. And we let him have this. I love Star Wars too, but so our whole bedroom is Star Wars themed because we are that big of nerds. Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like it.
And we love it. It's fun.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Proved. My wife only gives me this space,
Right?
my junk. And
Yeah.
she's like, no, don't if I'm doing something else. And she's like, where do you plan on putting that? And I'm like, in the living room. She's like,
No.
no, keep your toys in your office there.
Right.
So, yeah. So Christopher Nutter is saying, do you put eggplant in your lasagna?
We tried that once, and I wasn't all that impressed.
I think I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, but I was like, okay, I did all this work, and I'm like, I got to go back to the regular.
We were trying to be healthy or something. I think,
Probably that.
or zucchini lasagna. It's
Yeah,
not,
it was something.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Just, I hate it when they're trying to make like a something that you eat that's like bad for you, quote unquote, and make it like better. Just like don't eat as much of it. You can eat it, but just don't.
Right.
Well, obviously, not a word in our household, but for some people, some people might think it's fun.
Same here. Let's see here. Coco is saying, I love that. I wish I had a basement in Florida. We will do the same thing.
Yes.
Is that more like a northern thing? I feel like a lot of the northern homes have basements.
Oh, yeah. Everybody has a
Everybody's
basement.
got a basement.
Okay.
And ours is a walkout. So, I mean, we have like full windows, and then probably Joe should get a hot tub and put it right out there too for me. And it would be great.
Joe.
We set up a pool every year too. And
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like
we're those people. The above ground ugly pool, but
Those
it's
are
our
the best.
oasis.
Those are the best kind.
They are.
Right.
It's fun.
Those are the best kind. That's a southern thing too.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
good.
above ground pool thing.
Oh yeah.
I have a coworker that actually dug out like land to put his above ground pool
Down.
In ground.
Yeah, in ground. I'm like, is that a good idea? He's like, I don't care. So we'll see how that goes.
We wrap ours in bamboo so it looks a little less obnoxious.
Yeah. Hey, you got a pool, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's nice in June and July when it's 100 degrees. And
Oh, yeah.
what do we want to do?
Got that
Let's
right.
just
Does it
wait.
get 100 degrees up there in Minnesota?
It does.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Not a lot. Is it
So the
humid with
humidity
the
doesn't help.
Oh
either.
yeah, and then it's just humid
with the lake and stuff up
disgusting.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense. That makes
Lots of
sense.
folks. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Man, the pork rinds thing really got on.
I know. We
Right.
got off.
So next one up, buying in lots at a yard sale. Overrated or underrated?
That's underrated.
Okay.
I would do that a lot more if I could find, a good lot of stuff to buy.
Yeah.
But
Of like the same thing.
yes.
Okay.
Or different. What do you
Well,
mean?
I mean, I don't find a whole lot of stuff at one garage sale where I'm like, okay, I'll buy a whole garage sale or something like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I've done that a few times where like this guy had 5 tubbies just full of Transformer toys. And I just was like, how much for all of those?
Yeah.
And the guy was like, well, it's my son's. He's not home. He'll call you. And he
I
figured
hate
out a
that.
deal, and they didn't sell any to anybody else. And I got all of them, and that one worked out really well.
Miracles do come true,
Oh,
right?
that's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I bought this weekend. I pulled the trigger on, like, I think there's 200 in the bag. LOL surprise dolls. I don't know
Okay.
anything about them, but I got a great price. I
Okay.
paid $20 for them. I'm like, I know I can make my money back on
Yes.
this. Might just be a whatnot thing. I might just put it all in a lot. I don't know.
It's fun, though.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out.
Well, Joe's got a huge bag of like My Little Ponies that
Yeah.
that same type of thing. Like I know nothing about these,
Yeah.
but we're gonna see what happens.
I know there's
Yeah.
money in it, but it's
Yep.
you got to put in the time and the research. So
Yeah.
talk to me in a month, and I might be your LOL doll expert. That
Right.
You can,
There you go.
that you can talk to. So, all right, next one up, number 4, Dustin.
For cats.
Cats.
Oh. We do have a cat.
We have a cat.
You have a cat? Okay.
We've had cats throughout our marriage and stuff.
But
I
You're
have no problem with cats. I don't mind cats. Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
They're
say,
easy to take care of.
yeah.
And, like today, I'm like, where is the cat? I haven't seen it all day, and I don't have to worry about it. Unlike my dog.
That's
I
so
gotta take-
crazy to
Mhm.
me. You know,
Cats just roam.
cats just,
Yeah,
just
right?
weird.
You just wake up in the middle of the night and it's laying on top of you, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
there's the cat.
and then it's like,
still
where's
around.
the cat?
He's
It's like,
back.
I don't
right.
know.
Yeah.
Right?
But with the dog,
like-
it's like, we
Yeah.
just got a puppy, and the dog, he's like right here the whole time.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yep.
like could
24/7.
not do anything with, I spend more time with my dog when I do with my wife. He goes to work with me every day,
Yep.
Mhm.
and it's just like, when he sees my wife, when she gets home, he goes nuts.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
they do
ours
for
do
Nicole
too.
too. Yep.
Yeah, because he's
My
always with
dog
me, and
makes
it's
me
like, oh,
claustrophobic.
finally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Just laying on. I mean, and I love it. It's like I wanted a lap dog, but sometimes I just
So
get
give
to
me
the
a
point.
break, bro.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow, I love you, but I'm not in love with you,
Yeah, that's funny.
Mm.
Amanda is saying that Arkansas has the best length summer to winter ratio.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Well, we definitely don't. So, yeah.
Interesting. And research them. There may be some valuable ones. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, I bet
so
you're
on
right.
that. So, and then Side Hustle Preacher is saying, Ray, I didn't know you had a whatnot. We do have a whatnot.
You do.
So
I saw you had
Nashville
one today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had one today. The Nashville Flippers on whatnot. We had a very interesting show, didn't we, Dustin?
It was weird.
It was weird. So we'll get into
weird.
that here in a little. Actually, right now, overrated, underrated, whatnot. Since we're talking about it.
Oh,
you guys
Joe.
started a whatnot. You guys were
Everyone-
selling on whatnot, and now where is that now?
Where's our whatnot?
Yeah, like. Have you? When was your last show? Like, I feel like you haven't done one recently.
December was our last show.
Yeah. So, like, is there something that happened? Like, give us your experience.
Well, no, I think we've just been really working on the game show and stuff.
Gotcha.
So that's
It's
taking up
just-
time.
it takes up- yeah.
But we did just work through some of our, I call it, what do you call it? Not your death pile.
My money
His
pile.
money pile.
Nice.
And Joe was telling me, because we've got a lot that I think we should just try and do differently. And Joe was just telling me that people do what they call an estate sale on whatnot. Have you guys heard of that?
You just have random stuff and just
because we have a lot of
try and get rid of
rando stuff. I don't know what would happen. It's kind of that stuff that we're teetering on, like, should we just donate it, or so we might do a whatnot estate sale.
Is there an estate sale? Is there a category for that on whatnot? Like,
there is.
Is that really?
Yeah, it's called the estate sale category.
Oh,
yep.
Funny. Coco said, "Do it." I've also someone told us yesterday that they actually did a garage sale. They called it on their whatnot, and they laid the stuff out like along their driveway.
That is hilarious.
People, you can't get if you can't get to garage sales, and we'll bring the garage sale right to you. I don't know. I think that's funny. But we want to do more for sure.
So what's that experience like from the beginning? I know that you did excuse me, a video game one, and you've done a couple other ones like that. Like, what was that experience like for you?
So we did one just to test it out and see how it went. And then our second one, we did video games, and we had like 75 items, which was like, okay, that was way too many to do. But we didn't realize that. And a guy came in and he was like, hold on, I'm going to get my buddies from Discord. And before we know it, we went from 30 to 100 people.
Wow.
And I mean, we did fantastic.
30 is still really good.
Yeah.
Right. So then
don't you guys just kind of feel like it's, I don't know. Do you get I get really hyped up doing whatnots. I mean, imagine that.
I'm exhausted. When we get done, I'm exhausted.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And this guy was dancing earlier.
Yeah. Like I was, you're performing.
Yeah.
You're performing, and then you're selling at the same time.
Hype.
Right.
I feel like it's like a rave for adults. I don't know. We had so much fun with just the people in there. I forget we're selling, and I feel like we're all just like hanging out. And then I'm like, oh, okay, this is something you want. And then I get crazy, and I'm like, I don't even care. You can just have it. I don't know. I just love it. I love it. I want to do more.
Like, she's crazy.
Right. And I've told Nicole, like, maybe we should, since we do game show thing, maybe we should do a game show theme of a whatnot, with our background that we've already got, and we got the Plinko board, and
he just thinks I'm gonna come up and do all this. I have to be the doer, Joe.
You know what you can do, and I've seen this done. You can, once you figure this out, you can use what is the streaming software? OBS, I think so. It's like a
just heard about that a little bit ago.
OBS, or the other one, I can't remember what the other one is. So you can stream on like multiple things and like switch cameras and stuff. So it's like you can do like a whatnot, like when you're on whatnot, but you're showing your game show live. You know what I mean? Like, you can do that.
Scares me.
Actually, that's a good idea. I need to try to do that for this.
Yeah.
Right.
You can try it.
Yeah, you figure it out, and then we'll pay you to give us a tutorial.
Make up a tutorial, and
you can be the guinea pig. Yeah, because you can stream from whatnot on. You can find Yeah, I got to figure it out, but
Yeah,
I'll figure it out.
I think that's genius. And we've always done like a game. So if anyone who bought something, we have a huge Plinko board and we would play Plinko and give things away. And that was super fun. So we definitely, I think Whatnot's amazing. I'm on it. I think it's it's going where everybody says it's going. And it's fun, but we're not smart about it at all, and
we're not doing it. Yeah.
And we're not doing it. We're not doing it.
We like it, but we're not doing it.
Right.
That's funny. So I was looking for I was looking at your link tree to see if there was yes.
Oh, is
your
there?
Whatnot. Yes, your Whatnot profile. So follow Joe Nicole on Whatnot. I'll drop the link right here.
More for sure.
So
a junk drawer or estate sale. We've got some fun stuff, right?
We get stuff.
Yeah.
Superheroes. We have superheroes galore that we just need to move. Joe.
Nicole's like, Joe.
Right. Oh, and
they need to go.
Right. We were looking at him
too much
Friday.
Space.
Yep.
So that's funny. So yeah, we had today. It was just weird. All you need is, I was telling Dustin earlier, because we had a consistent like 30 people in there, but nobody was bidding on anything.
Oh, wow.
And then
we
finally we
jumped in just at the very end. Yeah.
So finally, like, we had two to three people that came in like in the middle, and they were just bidding each other against each other the whole time. So it was good. Like we had one item that we ran twice and didn't sell. And then we ran it again, and it was one of the highest things that sold for.
That's what can be weird.
Crazy.
That's the crazy thing of it.
Funny.
Because you just need 2 or 3, 4 people, and they do, they just
that are in the mood to do it.
That are in there and they want to buy.
Yeah.
I do like Lego minifigure whatnots too.
Yeah.
And I just have like 10 or 12 people on those.
Okay.
But everybody is bidding.
Buying
everybody
stuff.
in there and they're vested and they're there to buy and they're bidding. So some people I feel like they're just there to like window shop.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
Yeah. So Whatnot. I don't even know where we're at, Dustin. Where are we?
Number 6, reality TV shows.
Oh, what do you think? Overrated?
I think they're overrated.
Yeah. Joe doesn't watch.
I don't watch much TV.
TV at all.
No, just old movies.
I definitely have.
Not even movies. I watch whenever I'm home with them. I'm watching what they're watching. So or I'm watching everything on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely have had my guilty pleasures of reality TV shows, but yeah, I would say overrated though.
There you go. Yeah. I know that I don't watch a lot of TV either, but Dustin got me on that jury duty show.
Oh, I've heard about that.
It's
so
good.
hilarious.
It's
I
so
have to
funny.
check it out. I love anything courtroom stuff.
Well, it's a fake courtroom.
Okay.
Everyone is an actor.
Oh, okay.
And but there's one juror that thinks he's in the actually doing jury duty.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious!
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, he thinks everything's real.
And he thinks that the cameras are like they're filming like a documentary about the trial.
Sure.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's on Amazon, and I think that what's that one channel, Freevee?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Right.
So if you have Amazon Plus or Prime or whatever the heck it's called, it's on there. So it's good.
Oh yeah, we'll have to check that out.
It's hilarious because then they'll egg him on to do things like certain things happen on purpose to see get his reaction,
That's kind of horrible. He's the only one that doesn't know.
It's the Truman Show. It's exactly what it is.
Just say,
okay,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Funny.
Fantastic. So Coco and Chewy saying Whatnot is addicting. I learned to control myself, but in the beginning I spent hundreds of dollars in the few months I've heard of it. Yeah, that adds up quick.
Yeah.
With the shipping and everything.
Hit that button.
Yeah. Before it was just a tap. Now you have to tap it and slide it to put in your bid. Yeah. So selling a Whatnot hasn't been good for me after $1 shipping was removed. It's still, they still get discounted shipping.
Yeah.
So we always start our whatnot on $7.
Okay.
So we'll at least make what we purchased the item for, and then make a little bit after the fees. So
that's what I think
we like to do
up a little bit.
Yeah, it's because I don't like to lose money, guys. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Right.
So we have Lisette is in the building. Good to see you. Jill is saying I became friends with John Brennan from The Real World season 2, and then that's the last time I think I've ever watched the reality show. Okay.
Oh, I liked me some Real World.
Yeah, Real World was interesting back in the day.
Yeah.
Beginning ones.
Yes.
Was it the first one? Like the first reality TV show?
It could.
Yeah, wasn't
that
it?
in like maybe like
right.
Survivor or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Moving on. Number 7, Frankenboxes. Overrated or underrated?
Oh, they're underrated.
I was gonna say underrated.
I love Frankenbox something. I try and sell big items so I can.
The biggest things ever. If it's awkward and huge and weird, Joe's bringing it home. Every time.
And what happens to it?
And you sell it. Yes, okay. I know.
Okay.
That's funny. What's the weirdest thing you've had at Frankenbox?
I bought the so back in the 50s and 60s, they had that belt vibrator exercise machine thing, you know, where you strapped it around.
Yes.
Like Esther had in the
Yeah.
Joe bought one.
Citywide last year, I saw it and I didn't buy it. I went back the next day. It was still sitting there, offered her a lower price, and she said yes. And we did it as a video, and I had it covered up. And then Nicole's like, "What's under the blanket?" And I'm like, "Just wait until I reveal that one." So then it became kind of fun to like have big items to reveal for Nicole to just go, "What the hell is that?"
It's like, what are you doing, dude?
That's fantastic.
So I turned it on, and the thing, I mean, it worked perfect. You know, the belt was a little bit dirty, but
well,
like,
what did the guy say? The one comment you have, I don't know if it worked perfect or what did he say?
Oh, I don't.
He was like alluding to like, you know, does the machine works and turns on, but does it really work? And we were both like, well, obviously we haven't been using it.
Clearly that thing was a gimmick and would never work.
Right.
Anyways,
somebody bought it, of course.
That's crazy.
And Joe shipped it.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Side hustle preacher saying, I'm 2 hours away from Nashville. Is the Nashville flea market any good? No, it's not. It's terrible.
Oh,
too much.
That's a bummer.
It's not flea market. It's corporate flea market event. It's not like.
It's not reseller friendly.
It's not like an old man bringing his junk. It's literally like corporations of
vintage stores selling their vintage tees for like $150 bucks.
Or things that look vintage.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
So, all right. Moving on. Number 8. We already talked about this.
Yep. Game shows.
Oh, so underrated. Especially those live ones where those crazy people that don't know what they're doing.
Right.
That's awesome. What's your favorite like game show on television, or one that's been in the past, or
like which one would you stay home and skip school for?
Yeah. Or not even that, just like something that Price is Right.
Yeah.
What was that whammy
Price
show?
Is Wrong.
Oh wait, what was that?
The whammy show.
Oh yeah, the Gong Show or
the
whatever.
No Whammy. I don't know what it was called.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of whammy. No.
We have some new ideas for some fun new things that we're pulling out of some of those old vintage games that are coming up. I'm super excited.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that for sure. The whammy game. There you go, Nutter. Coming in hot.
That one. I'll have to look and see what that is.
Here we go. Number 9, the Goodwill bins.
That is underrated, but for us, it's a long drive to get to them, so it's kind of you got to really make it count. I mean, it's fun, you know. Especially we played Goodwill Bins Bingo. You know, we like Kristen was with us one time, or a scavenger hunt, or something like that. But I don't know. Sometimes I think they're overrated. Like when I'm just like, okay, there's nothing good here today. But
so you just
I bring home stuff
under or over.
Okay, they're underrated. All right, they're underrated.
Okay.
Do you go with Joe, Nicole, a lot to the
No,
Goodwill bins?
I probably have been to 3 bins. And I'm learning to love them more. I was really intimidated, and me being the city girl, I'm not used to like digging through like things that feel wet and not wet and crumbly and But I'll tell you, I've been getting into it.
There you go. It's a treasure
addicting.
hunt.
Yes, it's treasure hunting, and now I'm like, it's not that bad. Well, and it depends on where you go. Like Joe said, we've got a couple different ones, and we found the holy grail of bins in Minnesota now.
Ooh. Yeah.
And we just actually hosted breakfast at the bins, tailgating, and we went this Saturday and met up with a whole bunch of Minnesota resellers.
Yep.
And it was
awesome.
super fun. And I think a lot of them were impressed and like, oh yeah, this place, it's so nice, it's so bright, it's clean, and it's a nice bins.
Nice. That's always good. That's the one. Okay, nice.
Yep.
We got a couple more people jumping in. We have our boy Derek, collection of its DM. Haven't heard from you in a while. Good to see you, Derek. Glad that you can stop by. We have Ryan, Gulf Coast Pickers is in the building. Good to see you, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
And what's the best thing you've ever found at the bins, Joe?
I found a helmet from the 70s. It was the Wisconsin Badgers. It was missing the front mask, and it was sitting there for a good. I showed up late, and a friend of Nicole's likes to go with me sometimes. And she's like, "There's a big snowman blow mold way over there. You should go get." So I go grab that, and as I'm going by, there's just, like I said, Wisconsin Badgers helmet from the 70s, and I just throw it in. I look at it later, and I'm like, okay, these things are selling for $400 or $500. Even though it's missing the mask, it's cheaper than that. But I sold it for $350, I think.
Wow.
To a guy that was going to put a mask on, clean it all up, and resell it for about $800.
Right.
I don't care. I paid $1 or $2
for it.
So
You're the middleman.
Yeah. The middleman. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's awesome. Man, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Number 10, Dustin.
Disney movies.
We
We
probably have very different. Oh, totally underrated, because that's part of our daughter and her childhood and all of that, right? Old school. I'm old school Disney movies.
Sure. The newer ones, I don't care.
What's the old one? What are we talking about here?
I'm
like the
Bambi
Renaissance?
Girl. I mean, like rip your heart
Bambi.
out. Just brutal, Yeah, love me some Bambi. And a Little Mermaid, all of those.
Yeah, because that's when our
Lion
daughter
King,
was right.
Lion King, Aladdin.
Yeah,
right.
Aladdin.
Those
were my most favorite.
Yeah. All right. Nice. Ryan is saying overrated. So, what is your favorite? What is y'all's favorite Disney movie? Well, if you can name your top 3 favorite Disney movies, because Disney movies is actually going to be our subject for tomorrow's reseller draft. And the guests are going to be Lisette and Jen from Jen's Multiverse. Nice. We're going to be picking our favorite Disney movie, including Pixar, because there's not enough Pixar movies to just, So, what are your top 3 favorite Disney movies, including Pixar?
You go, Joe. What do you
Dustin, you too. Start thinking.
Yeah.
Dustin.
Okay, so when I was a kid, I really, for some reason, liked Fox and the Hound.
Fox and the Hound is good.
Yeah, I love that.
I don't know why. I mean,
because you're the farm boy too.
Yeah, right. Woods and stuff.
That was more like a boy, because a lot of them are geared towards girls. Yeah. So that's more of like a Sure. Like one of mine is Hercules.
Oh. Okay.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Fox and Hound. Probably Lion King. My daughter loved that one, and so I probably watched it
a million times.
I don't know what a third. I mean, Toy Story was really, genius.
Which one? The first one? Which one is your favorite?
The first one.
The first one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I like the third one. I wish they stopped at the third one because I feel like it ended like perfect.
It was. I'm with you.
Yeah, like they got they got to a new girl. Andy went off to college. Let's close the book.
He done.
Yeah,
but we got to make more money. We got to sell more. We got to sell more Toy Story toys, like you can see up here. So
Yeah.
What about you, Nicole? What are your top 3 favorite Disney movies?
Okay, Bambi is one of my most favorites. I know I'm weird. Lion King, I would say for sure. Oh, sorry. And I would say Little Mermaid. I'm an ocean girl. I love the ocean, and I love that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Dustin?
I'm gonna go a little out of the box.
Oh,
That's
Dustin's
all I
always out of the box.
Everybody's going with these cartoons.
You're gonna say
I'm gonna
Sandlot.
go
Sandlot Disney.
No, I'm going with the Disney Channel movies. Johnny Tsunami, Brink,
I do love
Halloween Town.
How,
Those are my top 3 right
that
there.
is out of the box, Dustin, and those are considered Disney movies. Like
I
High
love
School
when he
Musical.
knows movies.
That was our
Look
era
at the
too, like
Irish.
High School Musical.
I thought he was gonna say High School Musical, and I was gonna pee my pants.
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
Halloween Town, Johnny Tsunami. Yeah, those are good ones.
Yes, they are. They are.
Yeah. Let's see what the chat is saying. Amanda's saying Fox and the Hound is her favorite.
Oh, see.
Myra is saying Cars. Christopher Nutter is saying Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
101 Dalmatians. That's a good one. Mighty Ducks.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's number
Yeah, they-
1. I totally forgot they were.
Is Heavyweights a Disney movie?
I don't think so. No.
Oh. Do you guys ever see that movie, Heavyweights, with Ben Stiller? Where he runs the fat camp and a bunch of fat kids go to. Oh, it's so good.
Okay, we'll
It's a
have to watch
90s
it.
one. It's called Heavyweights. I think it's on Disney Plus, Dustin.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
You
we'll
might be able
check
to find it
out.
on YouTube.
I don't think you'll be able to make it today. Yeah, the movie, because they're just like talking so bad about these poor kids.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
right? Yeah. I
Mulan.
see.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Oh, I
The
love
Nightmare
Mulan.
Before Christmas and Little Mermaid. So, 101 Dalmatians. I love the animation in that movie. It's so
Right.
good. Yeah. So, all right. So that concludes overrated, underrated.
Nice.
And thank you so much for answering those questions. We do want to give a shout out to the sponsor of Overrated, Underrated, and that's the good people at poppinofftoys.com.
Nice.
One of the best places you can get Funko Pops. So go over to poppinofftoys.com and use the code NashvilleFlippers, and you're going to get 10% off. They just, speaking of Little Mermaid, they just released the new Little Mermaid Funko Pops.
Ooh, because the
So,
live action movies.
The
coming
live
out.
action movies coming in. So
Yeah.
if you want some Funko Pops, go over to poppinofftoys.com. They just had a really nice drop. They do this thing every Friday where they release a bunch of Grail Funkos. And there's still some available for sale. As you can see, this Chase Joker is currently here for listed for $289.
wow.
But if you use the code, you're going to get 10% off, which is pretty good.
Right.
Off of that, we got the Superman figure that's $310. And I think my favorite, I was looking at this the other day because I almost pulled the trigger on this one. Let me see if I can find it, if it's still on here. They probably sold it. Nope, it's still here.
What is it?
It is the Heisenberg Breaking
Nice.
Bad
Oh my god.
summer convention exclusive with in the blue.
He's
Right.
crystal blue. I love
Yes.
it.
Nice.
You gotta buy it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. It does
That's
have a
really
little
cool.
dent right here. They're, on the side right
Yeah.
there. So that's probably why it's cheaper.
What's the
You know.
price on it?
$299.
Get it.
So this Gus Fring one right here is $199.
Oh. Oh my god.
So really
You could
nice
trade your buddy doll
Funkos.
for that.
I know, but hey, that's a good
Right.
idea.
yeah, there you
So,
go.
Yeah. So there we
And
go.
it's probably
Charlotte's
not
Web.
haunted.
Man, I haven't heard about Charlotte's Web in a long time.
Oh, that is
So,
a great movie.
Yeah. So go over to poppinofftoys.com if you want to get some grails right now. Use the code Nashville Flippers and you're going to get 10% off. So Raymond from Princess and the Frog is the coolest. Is that the cricket?
Possibly.
I can't remember. Or the mosquito?
Mosquito?
I can't remember if it's the mosquito. I think it's the mosquito.
Why would it be a mosquito?
Because it's a lightning bug.
A lightning bug. Okay, that's a little
It
better.
was a lightning bug.
Mosquito would be
Well,
so
firefly,
ugly as a
yeah.
Disney
Oh.
cartoon character.
Right? Do you guys remember that?
I
Ryan, you
don't
got to let us
remember
know. You got to let us know. So, anyways,
Mosquito.
so that brings us to our next segment of the show. skip or flip, or let's call it I'd flip that or I'd skip that.
All right.
So we're going to show you 3 different items that recently sold on eBay, and you're going to let us know if you would flip it or if you would skip it. All right. Okay. So, and we're just going to show you the pictures. All right. Okay. No context whatsoever, just the pictures. Okay. And at the end, I'm going to let you know what it sold for. So first one, and everyone at home can play as well. Dustin can play because he has no idea what I'm fixing to show you. We have here a cup. Ooh. Teal. It's a Stanley plus Starbucks.
Starbucks.
On the side of the Stanley cup. Teal in color. It's got a pink lid thing on the top. And, brand new. It does say Thailand on the bottom there.
This seems a little fake.
It seems a little fake, Dustin say. It does have some some Thai written on the bottom. So there you go. Starbucks two-tone. What are you thinking? Joe's deep in thought.
What are you thinking, Joe?
What are we thinking here?
Yep, I'm skipping that.
You're skipping? How come, Joe?
I think so.
I think it's a little fake.
I was listening to Dustin say that. It's like looking at it more. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't jive?
I don't. No. I agree that it might be fake, but I would flip it because I don't think the people that are buying those Stanley Cups would know the difference.
Why would it be fake? You think they're faking Stanley Cups now?
No, I'm thinking the Starbucks collab.
The Starbucks,
yeah.
Oh, you think that it doesn't exist, Dustin?
It just came out. They just released it, I think, or it's upcoming. I just saw something about it because they are, all the rage right now. So I would say flip it. Just saying.
Okay. So Nicole is there's a house divided here. Nicole is skipping or is flipping, excuse me, and Joe is skipping. And Dustin is skipping, right, Dustin?
Absolutely.
Because he thinks it's fake. So let's see what the chat is saying. We have DP saying flip. Coco and Chewy are saying flip. Ryan is flipping. Jill's flipping, and Christopher Nutter is flipping.
Look who's agreeing with me.
Well, we'll see. We'll see
right.
now. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
So this Stanley Cup times Starbucks just sold on eBay for $400.
What?
On bids.
Yeah, they are all the rage, man. On TikTok, every girl needs one.
Still fake.
Yeah, it does not.
So this is why can't I copy this? Here we go. Starbucks and Stanley did do a collab.
Yeah.
Okay. That one, it was a Thailand exclusive.
Oh.
But I think you can get it some other places. But be on the lookout for these because I think these are just skyrocketing in price depending on what the color and this one's $50. Well, I think they're already $50, right?
Probably.
They're 40.
Yeah. So
Just
here the turquoise one, the teal, that's the one to look for.
With
So I don't know if it's just Thailand or maybe they just say Thailand. I don't know.
Do we need to go to Thailand?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know if this guy. I'm curious now, Dustin. Can't you see where it came from?
Yeah, go to Seoul. Yeah, click on it.
Like item.
Yeah.
Here we go. Click. Share this. Yeah, Bangkok, Thailand. So yeah, I guess it is like a Bangkok exclusive.
All right, get your plane tickets ready.
Get your plane tickets ready. Right. Come home with a bunch of Stanley Cups.
And here we have the Starbucks right in our Targets, right? So if you don't go to I'm sure they're picked over at the regular ones, but maybe hit up your Target.
There you go.
Never know.
I'm sure they're going to go up in price regardless of all that stuff. So next one up, guys. You ready for this one?
Oh, we're ready.
How are you with electronics?
Joel, you're okay.
I'm all right with it.
I'm horrible.
Yeah? Okay.
All
right. So next one up here, we have here this Sony device. That's the back here.
Tell us what it is.
I know.
Well, it says Sony multifunction DVD recorder on the back.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm flipping that.
So that's what it looks like on the front. The side, that's the side there with all the inputs or outputs. and there's a spot for an SD card, it looks like. And there it says insert DVD, so we know it's working. So,
I'm flipping that.
What's your thought process here, Joe? What are we thinking?
Yeah, I'll flip that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd flip that.
Why are you flipping that?
It's something I've never seen before. So that's usually a good case that I want to probably grab it and sell it.
So what's
really look into it and see, but right off the top of my head, I think I would grab it and flip it. Yeah.
I'm just flipping it because Dustin said he's flipping it.
Are you flipping it, Dustin?
I'm definitely flipping it.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
All right. So Joe, what would you feel comfortable paying for something like this?
Oh, that's a good question. 30, 40?
So you're thinking it's selling for 200, 100?
Yeah.
What do we?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Like, what would you think it's selling for?
150?
150? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Dustin, what are you thinking?
I'm buying it for garage sale price, $5-10.
Yeah.
$5-10
all day.
Okay. And what do you think it's selling for?
I think over $200.
$200.
Really?
I'd still pay $50 to sell it for over $200.
That's true. Okay. All right.
He's
Let's see what the chat is saying.
One cheaper than you.
I know he is. Right?
Dustin's got a brutal negotiate. So, okay, we went yard selling. Sidebar: we went yard selling yesterday. Dustin found these New Balance 9. What were the numbers, Dustin? 992s. Right.
Okay, so there were 900.
Great condition.
Clean.
Size 13, good size. Big size, super clean. The lady wanted 20.
15.
$15. That's what the price was on the thing, right?
Fair price.
Dustin goes up to her. I'm gonna ask her if she'll take 5. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. Because if she says no, she's probably gonna want 10.
Oh.
So that's what. So she goes up to him. She goes, hey, would you take 5 for these shoes? And they're perfect.
Perfect.
And she goes, no. And what did she say, Dustin?
He's like, no. He's like,
And she goes, I'll take 10. And he's like, okay, I'll do that.
Nice. Works every
it was
time,
like-
right, Dustin?
yeah, every time.
But it was brutal. I'm like, oh, because they were so nice.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, and it was like an $80 shoe pre-owned like all day long.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. So they're saying, DB is saying old tech is gold. Flipping. Jill's flipping. Alan's flipping. Christopher's flipping. And Fire was saying, I'd flip. Sony's a good brand and it's not popular item. I would pay $5 max for it though.
Ooh.
So, all right. So this item, Nicole, you're flipping, right?
I'm flipping.
How much you think it's going for?
Well, I really thought maybe it was only going for like 50 to 75. So I wanted garage sale like $5. I wanted to only spend $5.
Okay. All right.
But I know nothing about any of this.
Gotcha. So this Sony DVD recorder just sold for $44.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
there you go. There
We're
you
just
go.
going to let that one sit there then, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just say next.
To my surprise, I also thought that this would be something that would be worth a lot of money.
Right.
But it's not for some reason. So
Interesting.
there you go. The more you know.
Or you know.
So,
Yep.
so that's why we do this. So
Super
I
fun.
was. This
Love
was
it.
very surprising for me as
Great.
well. So, all right. Next one up and the last one here.
Oh, it's over
So
before it even
put your
started.
thinking caps on because this is a good one.
Okay, here we go.
From a video game family.
Oh,
Let us know. What are you going to
Okay.
do? Are you going to skip or are you going to flip? We have here a copy of Super Mario 3 for the NES. As you can see, it's a clean title. The everything looks really clean on it. And it does come with the dust cover. So Dustin,
Oh,
you
I
look
saw something.
confused.
I saw something on this.
Okay, you did.
I'm
What
trying
do
to-
you?
I'm not. I can't say.
Is he
Can't
reading
give it away.
the tiny details? It's something
I'm s-
about the screw placement, isn't it?
That's what.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
something else.
More than.
I don't know enough. I would honestly say I would flip it just because the Super Mario
I mean, if
movie's
you're-
out, and that's all I would think about.
Well, yeah,
That's a good reason. That's a good
But I
reason.
don't know how to spot the fakes. I know they exist though. That's all I know.
Okay.
That's a lot.
I'm
That's
skipping this
Okay.
one.
dangerous
but I'm flipping
information.
one version
David
of it.
Allen Buckner Music. How's it going? Mara is saying that was such a fun game. It's a great game.
So,
Alan is saying flip. So and
Dustin
DB is saying skip.
I think this
Okay,
is
Joe.
the one I would skip.
That's
This is the
what
one
I'm
you would skip.
do.
I
I'm thinking
think
of skipping that one because I thought I don't know.
there's
it just
another
doesn't-
version that's super rare. I can't remember if it's this one or not. I just saw it the other day pop up.
What are your thought process, Joe? What are we thinking here? Deep in thought.
I don't know. It just kind of, is there supposed to be more than just 3 screws on the back? Like sometimes those fake ones, like there's supposed to be one on top, the 2 on top,
Okay.
2 on the bottom.
So you're thinking about the screws.
You
You're
think
also
it's
probably
fake
thinking, why is Ray showing me this common game?
right. Well, yeah, and exactly. It's just I mean, if I'm paying $1 and it sells for 15, but then I'll flip that all day, but I don't think it's worth a whole lot.
How much do you think it's worth?
But it's a Nintendo. Aren't they all worth something?
Yeah, but unless it's
Not
a fake
necessarily.
No.
one. Yeah,
Okay.
no.
Well, would they really make a fake one of that type of game? Wouldn't they make the fake OG ones, or do they make fake of all of them? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they make fakes of all of them? I don't know.
Not necessarily.
I didn't
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
So I think this is real. But
I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna give you a clue. This is a real game. It's not fake or anything like
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
you would buy that. I know you would. You would. You'd be like,
Well,
it's,
if
yeah.
I would pay, a few dollars for it. What I would expect out of the thing.
what would you expect out of it? You're paying $2 for it at the Goodwill
Yes.
bins. How much is it flipping for?
If I'm lucky, 20, 25.
Okay.
You
All
would
right.
buy that all day. You would
Right.
buy that
No,
all
I
Yeah.
day.
would.
Okay.
But if we're really talking,
Joe is saying like, why
100.
why are you showing me this? Because everything's been like $300, $400. You know,
Right.
like what is it about this game that is different?
Yes.
It might be something that makes it really valuable.
Yeah, I mean,
Nicole, Nicole's flipping because she loves Super Mario
I'm flipping
Brothers.
it. Right.
I mean, I'd flip it if it's. I mean, I'm saying it's maybe $25.
At the most.
I don't think it's huge money.
Okay. And then Nicole, how much do you think this is selling for?
Well,
Listen to your heart. Listen to your gut. Listen to your heart, Nicole.
I would probably pay, I don't know how much. I think it's going to sell more for like 50.
Okay.
I don't know.
Why is there anything about the game that makes you think?
No, I think I just would myself. I would think, oh, it's old video games and it's something with Mario, so
Okay.
it's probably worth
the
more
the
than
Mario
the normal.
thing is good, but
And Dustin's over here doing research.
I know.
Completely
No.
cheating.
No, I'm
So,
trying to remember left or
What
right.
are you doing? What are you doing,
I'm
Dustin?
trying to remember left or right.
Left.
If
or
you know what I'm
right?
talking about, Ray.
So what are you thinking? Are you flipping or are you skipping?
I can't remember if this is the one.
There's something about
flip a
it.
coin. But
All right, Dustin's neutral because he can't
I got no
decide.
comment. I'd say this is probably the one to flip.
he's
But
Okay.
I can't remember.
All right. So Alan is flipping, Christopher is flipping, DM is skipping, and then he's Coco's saying I'll call Chewy. And okay, if it's real, it's $1 or $2. I flip that. It says I'll buy it for under $5 and $35 at least. Crap, I got fish in the steamer. Get that fish, man. Don't let it burn up. So, all right. So, this
goes for
Super
$1,000 like that.
Nintendo, or excuse me, Nintendo Super Mario Brothers 3 for the NES just sold for $51 at bids.
Ooh, I was.
Oh my gosh, I think I said that.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
So it's the bros on the right side that goes for thousands.
So this is
okay.
This is the one. This is the left side, bros.
Oh,
So this is a variant to where the bros, the common one, the bros is on the right hand side.
Okay.
This is the left one. So this
And
is
then that
different...
other one wouldn't be worth as much at all.
Yeah. So we'll look. I'll show you just to show you the bros on the right hand side.
I think I beat you in all of those, Joseph.
Joseph's
Joseph's
going to be upset all night. So as you can see, this is the one with the right hand side.
Tricky.
And it sold for $22. The bros is in the on the left right there than on the right. This is the most common one.
What does that change in people's lives?
It's like a misprint or like
it's like a misprint, rarer, more sought after, a variant. So
but the gameplay.
Look, and this one's $10. This one sold for $10.
Ooh.
There's mine. That's the cheap one.
So a box left hand bros, I'll show you what that sells for. Like if it has the box. Oh man.
Really?
The box also is left side also.
Oh, they messed it up on both spots.
Mm-hmm. So just look at this. Just the box only $299.
Whoa.
Oh.
Just the box.
Oh my gosh, you have to tell them about the empty box that you sold. Remember? I forgot about that.
The Darth Vader one?
Yes.
Tell us, Joe. Tell us.
We were at a Goodwill.
Okay, just wait for 1 second. This is when I knew I had to shut up every time because the man sold an empty box, you guys. And I was like, enough. I'm done.
Enough, Nicole.
Okay.
I'm in the toy section at the it's more in in the cities and
at a Goodwill.
At a Goodwill.
Okay.
And I find the box and I look at it and I'm like, this has got to be a reprint fake box. And it's just, just a tiny little 6x4x6, just a tiny little thing. Here is the Darth Vader punching bag from the 1976, 77. Just the box. No Darth Vader inside.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I open it up and there's like Sesame Street puzzle pieces or something.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. And I don't see anything that says, like the reprinted in 90s or anything like that. And it's like, like I said, the 77 or 76. And I'm like, okay, this is crazy. And the box was like in really good condition too. I'm told Nicole, I'm going to buy this thing. I think this is worth like a lot of money. Somebody might want this to go with the punching bag, the big blow up,
like the bazooka thing.
Yeah, like the bozo.
Yeah, bozo. There we go.
But it was Darth Vader. So I'm like, somebody might want the box to go with that.
Okay, just get to the part where you sell it.
So I sold it for how much, Nicole?
I don't know.
Like $150.
Yes!
That's awesome.
Seriously.
That must have been in really good condition.
It was in really good condition. Yeah.
That's when my friends started going, wait, what does he do? Not like, what does he do?
I'm trying to look for the box. See if I can.
You just toss it in the poly mailer, right?
Yeah, right. What did you ship it? What did you do to ship it? Did you put stuff like in the box?
I did not, but it was, a much larger box, and I padded, put a lot of stuffing around it, so it did not move around at all.
Oh.
The guy said he just collects. Apparently, there was, I don't even know. Yep,
is this it right here?
That's it.
This one sold for $88, but as you can see, the corner is jacked up.
Mine was like in perfect. I mean,
did the guy say that he had the thing that went in it?
He did not.
Oh, okay.
But he had another one. Like I think there was. I don't even remember who the other characters were. There's like 3 of them that they made.
Oh, okay.
So he was trying to, maybe
collect them all.
Darth Vader to add 2 into it and make it complete.
Mm.
But yeah, mine was almost perfect. And that's the thing. I was like, this has got to be fake because there's no way this thing could be 50 years old almost.
And they made it to the bin
without anything in it, being crushed or anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a miracle.
Yeah, that is a miracle. That is legit a miracle.
Especially because it made me shut up. Right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Post office guy had to be confused. This guy's shipping out air.
Yeah,
Right.
like
This
this
box had to be like
anything.
nothing.
Well, that's the thing. I messaged him like, there is no Darth Vader inside. It's just a box. And he's like, that's perfect. I still want the
It's like,
box.
that's what I need. That's what I
right.
need, man.
And
That's
now
great.
I could have had it sitting on the shelf here behind us with all the Star Wars stuff instead, but
Hey, those
So we'll give it
150,
back to
those
you.
100, yeah,
it's 150.
Yes.
It is
150. So there you go, guys. That concludes. I'd flip that, or I'll skip that. Thank you so much for playing. We learned something today. Remember, left side bros video
Left side,
game
strong
is
side.
worth better than the right side. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty here, guys. Thank you so much for coming on. And for the last question of the day, I always like to end with the goals. What are the goals that Nicole has? What are the goals that Joe has? Together as a couple, what are your goals for life, YouTube, reselling? Let us know.
What is it? Do you want me to tell you? Because your goals, my goals are your goals.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yes.
No. Okay. Our first, I think, in our social world is we're gonna step up our game a little bit and fix our audio issues and
For the game show stuff.
video
Yeah,
issues just
make
a little bit, because we don't want to look too good, right?
Right.
That's a goal, and I think our other goal is to work on our Minnesota reseller group because it's so fun meeting other resellers and hanging out and planning events. We like to have events and good times. And what else, Joe? Oh, we're gonna get it so I can quit my job, right?
That's right. Yes.
And
I'm gonna try and hit as many garage sales as I can this summer.
Yeah.
Hey.
For her to quit her job.
And right.
Right.
And in Minnesota, they have them every day once the summer hits. So
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, we can't do anything. I mean, it's still 40 degrees today. It should be 60 by now, and it's still 40. So there's no garage sales. I bet there'll be another few weeks before unless the weather really changes. But yeah, it's like May to October if you're lucky, and almost every day.
About that, yeah.
So, anyhow, I think just have more fun, sell more stuff, and free up some time and simplify our other parts of our life so we can do more of what makes us happy, right?
You're preaching to the choir.
Awesome.
And share it with everybody and share our game show. I mean, I think, whatever the game show turns into or doesn't turn into or whatever, I just think it's so fun having people get to experience these resellers in, putting themselves out there in a different way. I think it's fun.
It's
Trying
fun
to figure out how to use the kazoos and,
Tell me about it. Yeah. So
my favorite part.
yeah, it's just funny how I feel like you found your lane. Something that somebody else isn't doing that's different, that people are excited. It's just, it's always like the content that Dustin and I make. I don't really care if other people watch it. We just like to do it because it's fun. It's like we're not trying to be millionaires in this. We just want to do something fun that just kind of scratches that creative itch.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
we just get our geek out.
This is what we like to do. We like to talk to people. We like to find out what makes them tick.
Yep.
Love
I
it.
agree.
So,
I think we have more fun than anyone, like as far as the game show and going out and being stupid at the bins and whatever we do. So I just think who cares? And it makes us happy and it makes us forget about our troubles for a while. So
right. Yeah.
There you go.
Until we can't get our computer to work or whatever.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh no, we gotta get it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All that techie stuff. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, maybe in the future you can hire somebody to do that full time and just
right.
That would be nice.
There you go. Just sell a few more empty boxes.
Don't you have like a nephew? You gotta have like a nephew or somebody that could do that.
We do have a nephew that's kind of.
There's always a nephew.
The
Get
streamer,
the nephew to
the
do
game
it.
streamer guys. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Our daughter does a lot. She helps us a lot with she's really creative and drawing and doing thumbnails and all that fun stuff.
Designs and logos.
Oh,
and
that's
stuff like
awesome.
she's kind of moving on with her life. So we got to raise up these young ones to do something.
Yeah. There you go. Well, guys, it's been fun. Everybody in the chat, everyone that's listening, make sure you hit in the description. You'll have I'd Flip That, Joe and Nicole's link tree. Got all that information on there. Their YouTube, their Instagram, their whatnot. Everything they got going on is in that link tree. So check that out for sure. Put in those watch hours. Watch their content. And anything else for the people, guys?
Oh, thank you so much for having it on. I love it. I feel like you just get to know people and everybody, you just feel like you're hanging out with friends with resellers. It's awesome. So cool. Yeah. Thank you so much for having us on, and thanks for being on the game show. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was fun for sure.
Sorry, Dustin, he didn't represent as well as he should.
I know, my fault, Dustin.
Oh, I think there will be more chances, right?
Yeah. Maybe Dustin.
The points got higher towards the end, and I messed up.
Yeah,
I'll probably do better.
Well, we kind of, none of it always makes sense anyhow at all, and we know that.
It was just fun. I'm not very competitive like that. I'm not like a source sport, so I just had fun. Exactly. So, anything else for the people, Dustin?
Keep on lowballing at the garage sales.
There you go.
Yes.
All day.
Captain Lowballer.
Yes,
Dustin.
sir.
DBDB says, the first time here, awesome show. Thank you so much for coming on. And we have David Allen is saying, fellow Nash Vegas here, reseller. Hey. Oh, we definitely need to meet up, man. That would be awesome. So, all right, guys. So, again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing and following us on all of our social media platforms. If you haven't, leave a review. That really helps us out in the algorithm. And like always, my name is Ray.
My name's Dustin.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Nicole.
And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. See y'all and God bless.